Oh wait.
I'm an idiot. Welcome to welcome to this is a live show. This is how this happens. Welcome to Wrath and Glory. It's early for me too, apparently. Welcome to the Shadows of Aquilla, our Wrath and Glory campaign, the official 40k game. We'll try it one more time. How are you doing, Cass? How you feeling?
Just dandy, thank you.
As good as the first time.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Professional.
Powered by coffee right now.
Powered by coffee.
I thought we agreed you're living on Fenrisian Ale.
I am living on Fenrisian Ale and coffee.
He's just dumping Fenrisian Ale into calf.
Yeah.
I'm powered by gamer subs, but that's something.
There's no water in my calf. It's all Fenrisian Ale.
It's all Fenrisian Ale.
Fenrisian Ale with a little bit of caffeine added to it for the extra kick.
Yes. So welcome. This is again, if you've missed the first couple of episodes, it's okay. You'll kind of catch it along if you want to. But if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, please, or possibly listen to the podcast, we'll try to get that up and running again. Please go back and watch the first episode, the episode 0 and episode 1, to get a little bit of an idea. They're fun stuff. We're learning a little bit about the mechanics there, so pardon the hesitancy, but we should be rolling into the mechanics a little bit hardcore now. So before we get started, let's do a reverse order. Let's go with Tyric. Who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here in Shadows of Aquilla?
Caught me off guard. I was expecting the other way.
Yes.
Ahoy, I'm Tyric Durhan. I do variety gaming with that name that is underneath me. That is not the Bullgroks. Variety stream. Usually Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays. And I am playing the Bullgroks, also known as the Bestest Boy, also known as I fumble frag bomb and blow up half of a ship.
Your Tyric's charming failures.
Comic relief
is
relief Bulgrin.
Yes. Is precious and wonderful. Next, we've got Loken. Who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here on Shadows of Aquilla?
So, hello everybody, my name is LokenPlays. Well, I do lots of things. I'm a full-time content creator, so I stream on Twitch 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday. I also then do content on YouTube and TikTok. I'm doing lots of game reviews and bits and pieces, and also a lot of Star Citizen content, so lots of good stuff to catch on all those platforms. So, as for who I play Primaris Librarian Tiberius Sicor, and he is of the Ultramarines, well, I mean, last episode I decided to go and immediately cleave an Eldarin too, so yeah, I'm pretty much your bog standard space marine in that regard, But no, I'm a Sicor because of my Librarian training, and as a result, I like to use Sicor powers as much as I like to use my weapons. And also, I like to confiscate certain Bulgrin's frag grenades after the fact.
You also like to set a lot of things on fire.
Well,
listen.
Yes, true. I may have had a friendship with I think we agreed a friendship with a Death Watch. Was it? It was a Death Watch dreadnought, wasn't it?
A Death Watch Librarian dreadnought of the Salamanders.
Salamanders. Yes. We struck a friendship, and that just really grew an affinity for fire.
With your melt-a-hand. You literally have melt-a-hand. Yeah.
I do. I literally do. It literally is. It is a low-key melter I can use, which is rather fun. But yes, that's me. That's who I am.
Awesome. All right, Ferric. Who are you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here on Shadows of Aquilla?
My name is Ferric Veer. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I'm actually kind of reworking my schedule right now, but we actually started Elden Ring last night for my birthday stream, and most of the time I'm streaming things like Star Citizen, Final Fantasy 14, now Elden Ring, sometimes Escape from Tarkov. But on this day, I am playing Uthar Lohgrifson, Wolfguard of Fenris. He is a Death Watch veteran, and pretty much your bog standard space wolf who loves to get into close quarters combat with a jump pack and just cleave, rip, and tear his way through heretics, Xenos, and mutants.
Hey, it works,
It works.
It works very surprisingly well.
It's the classics.
Yes.
And you can find me at my twitch.tv/Ferric, just spelled just like down below.
Yeah. And if you're watching this live, !cast will give you a link to all of their all these wonderful content creators. So make sure you hit that and follow all these folks. And last, yes.
Sorry, I apologize.
There it is.
Yeah, you're good. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it's all of it's linked down below.
Thank you. I was going to say, I hope you're linking everything correctly.
Yes.
Sorry, I apologize, listeners.
Last but not least, Atomic. Who are you? What do you? Where can they find you? And who do you play here on Shadows of Aquilla?
Hey everyone, I am Atomic Zero. You can find me on the Twitters at ttv_Atomic Zero, as well on the Twitch at twitch.tv/Atomic Zero. Old variety streamer, mostly TTRPG content creator right now. Cast member on various different shows. Run my own show on Thursdays, 8 p.m. EST on my channel. And on this lovely show, I play
Omega X018, Megas Explorator and Techno-Archaeologist.
servant of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the one non-combat-y boy of this lovely excursion, where I mainly focus on staying behind my 3 various meat shields while tinkering with various different forms of technological stuff.
And apparently
issue with being called a meat shield.
You're a ceramite.
Ceramite. Exactly. I am a ceramite meat shield. Thank you.
There it is. Meat shield with ceramite toppings.
All right. And of course, I am your wonderful chaos god, and game master here, the Paul Berserker One Batman Shelley. I run a channel called the Astropub on Twitch, which is where we broadcast this from, and you can also do lots of other content like Star Citizens content, and I do some. I recently played the Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. I know Loken and Ferric and Tomic, I think all of us have played that game. So
I actually haven't played it.
You should. It's really fun.
Have you played it to its completion?
I have not completed it yet. I've almost gotten there. It's
I've gotten to the. It's very good.
I've gotten to the stage where literally the gates are starting to show up, and because it's gotten too bad, like I screwed up so badly, and it felt like a 40k novel running in with the Inquisitor trying to close the gates, and just sitting there because I was just yeeting my Grey Knights into various like oncoming hordes of Nurgle, and just them just constantly slashing and like hoping to God that these things. Hoping to the Emperor that they that they survive. The Emperor. Yeah. So
as somebody who started with Space Wolves, I have a distaste for Grey Knights because of a whole. There's an entire book that kind of goes over it.
Yes.
The Grey Knights are fine.
They only put an entire civilization of a planet into a penal legion.
It was required.
It was required. What does that do?
No, it wasn't.
For the greater good, the knowledge of demon kind could not be allowed to exist. Well,
they put up a damn good fight along with the other Space Wolves.
All right. Let's get started with a little bit of a recap. Last we left this crew, they had been contacted by an Inquisitor they'd all worked for in the past and brought on to do a job. The Inquisitor found 3 very, very ancient and powerful Xeno artifacts, which existed in this system, and he needed someone to retrieve these artifacts and bring them to a third party who had the ability to destroy or at least contain the artifacts. So these crew were brought together to handle this mission. And after they were given the mission, they were left, and they left to start, and they were ambushed by a bunch of Aldari Corsairs, and they didn't really ask many questions because they just purged the Xenos really hard. But now they have made their way off the ship, the Inquisitorial ship, and they're making their way towards. I'm going to pull up my notes. Towards a planet which has fallen under rebellion. The planet's called Persona Primus, and the lead ship in this kind of reconquest of this this rebellious world is called the Endless Light, which we start off with you moving towards the Endless Light, and a Vox comes through for your pilot, Malik, saying, "Unidentified Valkyrie, please identify and send any and all credentials." And Malik says, responds back with saying, "We cannot do that at this time. Please meet us in the hangar, and please give us a hangar berth, and we will continue to explain." And the response back was, "Unacceptable. Give us give a authorization codes, or be prepared to be fired upon." What do y'all do?
Tiberius will walk forward out of his sort of the acceleration couch restraints, pulls him up, and sort of he's been hearing this through his helmet. Will walk to the pilot compartment and lean forward to the Vox array, and will transmit a set of Ultramarines, basically identification and credential codes that I'll have on hand, to identify myself as obviously Tiberius as a librarian, and say, and we'll come across the Vox emitter.
Will these be sufficient?
See a little bit of a silence. And then, "Yes, my lord. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Hangar 2. And
Thank you for your swift response there.
No, it'll just basically silently, quietly return back to a seat.
Malik, as he does it, kind of goes through his own comms to his helmet and goes, "You shouldn't have done that. We're supposed to be quiet about our approach."
Better that being blown out of the sky of some overzealous gunner. We are in the middle of a war zone, after all.
Kind of shakes his head, but he brings your Valkyrie into this hangar, and you see when you're coming in a scattering. There are panicked people who are in half dress uniform, half combat fatigues. Guardsmen everywhere. You see, as you're landing, you can see through the kind of the front of the cockpit, like this very fine-looking Imperial officer, like naval officer, it's like brushing his hair and kind of like adjusting himself, just running down to this. And as it sets down, the back ramp opens, and you hear like a collective, and like a bunch of like guardsmen all saluting at the same time as you walk out the
Slightly unintended consequence here.
Yeah.
If only
Sorry.
they know what's going to come down that ramp.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's a librarian. It's a good thing we're. Oh no, there's more of them. Oh no, there's a second one.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a space wolf.
2.
Oh no, there's a third. Oh God.
The guy in the comms tower shitting himself. Everybody else sees the librarian and a space wolf. They're shitting themselves.
Yeah.
Imagine if you would have started out with like the Inquisitor Rosette. That would have been even better.
Yeah.
At least I haven't gone quite that far yet, so we're not doing too badly. Could be worse.
So do you all exit the Valkyrie?
So yeah, exiting.
Yeah.
I'll stride out down the ramp and sort of cast my glance left and right with my with the lovely rest of the retinue right behind, and I'll identify the officer of the. Sorry, go on.
As you step out, all of the troops who were saluting now are like, "Oh shit!" And all of them drop to their knees instantly and with their heads down. You see shock and awe. It's obvious none of these people have seen a Space Marine before. So like them seeing a Space Marine in the flesh is just immediately like, boom! They're just overpowered sort of thing.
So, noticing this, and again, slightly cursing my maybe hasty action to reveal that we were, a couple of Space Marines on board, I unclip my helmet and sort of maglock it to my my side, just to try to give a human face to this situation, and we'll just sort of in a softest tone I can try and muster, just say, "At ease, guardsman. I appreciate your valor and I appreciate your sense of duty, but you have a war to prosecute. Go forth with your orders." and try to dismiss this basically honor guard that's come up before I'll sort of stride toward the officer and say, I appreciate your adherence to protocol, but this really wasn't necessary. However, we would appreciate being taken to your captain. We have issues we need to discuss.
The officer kind of extends and says, I am the captain of the ship, but the Canoness, the admiral, and the general would for sure would like to speak to you. We were not expecting a space marine, one of his angels, to arrive. And he looks behind. Are the rest of you leaving as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, and as the rest of you piles out, he gets a really... He looks really confused. He sees another space marine, then he sees a Magos, and then a Bulgrin. He goes, "You're not all space marines."
How astute of you!
Wow, rude.
Like Mechadendrite in the face. It's
Yeah.
Not only does he see two space marines, he sees a ultramarine and a space wolf. The space wolf having the silver pauldron of the Death Watch as well, with the Inquisitorial symbol on it.
Well, I think both of you have the Inquisitorial.
Yeah, we both have the pauldrons still. Yeah. So obviously the captain is quite astute in this. I will just simply say the nature of deployment is unorthodox, but essential to the sanctity of this sector.
And as you say,
we must meet.
As you say that, like Malik kind of shadows up behind you and then just pulls up, like reaches into one of his pouches and pulls it out and hands it to the captain for a moment. The captain, like wordlessly, the captain picks it up, looks at it, looks back at Malik, looks back at them, and then hands it back and goes, like just pauses for a moment. Like he's contemplating what he just saw and what he's just gotten himself into. And then nods and gestures for you to follow him. He takes you through the ship. It's a fairly large ship. As you're walking through big corridors, you see, corridors that are the size that's big enough to fit two Lehman Russes side by side as they're kind of settling up. You see this massive group of Cadians and a couple of what look like local militia, like local planetary defense forces, working together. Working alongside Navy personnel, some Voidsmen, kind of getting things readied up, like fixing up Valkyries and other lighters and other sorts of ships to prepare for this invasion. And you also see a group of several, amongst them all the troops, you see several groups of sororitas kind of going around trying to talk with some of the obviously talking with some of the sergeants, and you see a group of very stripped down sororitas who are kneeling and just very patient in kind of at the end of one of the hallways, about 30 of them, so which you may recognize as Repentia.
As we're walking, do I notice any of the demo crews around at all?
Demo crews? Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, there's a couple of Kasserkin that are hanging around in the areas as well.
I want to see if I could maybe get some frag bombs off them.
Are you just gonna go ask?
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna go ask for more bombs.
Oh,
as
no.
As soon as Uthar sees Bulgrok try and make his way towards the demo crews, he just kind of claps a hand on his shoulder. He's like, "No."
What bombs?
No.
Fine.
Bull, are you trying to get bombs again?
Maybe.
Bull, we've talked about this. Bombs are bad in your hands.
No.
I will give you a bomb.
One time.
I will give you a bomb if you're a good boy.
I promise if you follow me in battle, we can repurpose you as a bomb.
Don't know how it works, but okay.
Theoretically, this is possible.
We have
What?
ways.
Possible one.
Yeah, it's just take a servo skull, just say like, think happy thoughts and throw. And then when he goes on, boom.
All right. So you make it up to the command and control area of the ship, and you see a couple of obviously like aides, like officer aides, standing around kind of into the shadows. But they all kind of start just they're all talking and talking amongst each other. But the second that door opens and you walk through, they're all absolutely quiet. And around a holographic table with like battle plans being planned, you see a man, an older gentleman, Cadian, looks like, who has just medals upon medals on his coat. You see another smartly dressed man, an admiral of the Navy there, and you see a very tall woman in power armor with like red robes on her, just over her power armor, and on her kind of power pack in the back, several candles which have been lit, which are kind of attached to the back. And a small cherub is kind of hovering around her, tending to her.
So seeing this entourage of rather powerful individuals, to say the least, and in a somewhat unorthodox move for a space marine, but ultimately Tiberius is used to working around with people, I will go to each individual person and greet them one by one, and effectively I'll proffer my hand and sort of as a formal handshake, and sort of just try to just ease the tension ever so slightly for this basically completely unannounced retinue of extremely legendary figures in this room. I will just make a small talk with each one. So to the canoness, it's good to see that Sisters of Battle are here, and sort of to the admiral, you've done, and sort of just basically just trying to be break the ice a bit and just give compliments,
shaking their hand, and
there's this gigantic gauntlet effectively engulfs their hand. It's a very, for a space marine, gentle and human motion anyway. And I'm doing this whilst my helmet is off as well, to try and again break the ice. And then we'll sort of return back to the rest of the retinue, and
the three kind of gather together, and the general is the first one to speak, who says, "What honor do we why do we have the pleasure of your company, my lords?"
I'm going to have to go out of character for a second here and just ask, why are we aboard the ship, seriously?
What
do we need the ship for, effectively?
Well, because the planet is currently under rebellion, they're going to the ship to kind of coordinate your strike, because you're trying to look for the relic, which should be on the planet somewhere. But just dropping down in a single Valkyrie in the middle of a war zone is probably a good way of getting yourself shot.
very right. So this is an absolutely completely active war zone, active rebellion. Got it. Right. Okay. So effectively, I assume there's some sort of like hollow dais or something in front of us or whatever. So I'll sort of lean down, sort of arms astride, and just basically, making eye contact with each individual member, say, unfortunately, of course, our visit is not an auspicious one. We herald tidings of, unfortunately, a threat to this sector. We have we're here on the orders, and I sort of trying to keep my voice as quiet as possible so that I can try to obscure the fact to the rest of the bridge crew that they're here on orders of the Inquisition. But we're on orders of an Inquisitor who is currently operating in this sector, and we have located on this planet one of a number of artifacts we are trying to acquire and ultimately remove from the potential of it being falling into enemy hands. These are extremely powerful, of course, details I cannot give you. However, of course, you are the current operational command of this planet, as it is currently under rebellion, and as a result, we felt it necessary to make our presence known and coordinate with you in order to be able to make our way down planet to planetfall to try and locate and ultimately retrieve this artifact.
As you say this, there's a kind of quiet. They all kind of glance at each other, and one of them, the sister, kind of the canoness, speaks up and says, are you suggesting the presence of the taint of chaos amongst this rebellion?
Unfortunately, the evidence we currently have would not lean toward this being the case. All I know can impart for sure is that the artifact is of extreme power, not of human manufacture, and must be secured and or destroyed at all costs.
And you hear she kind of leans over, looks over the other two and says, I told you, this is not chaotic. This is not a mere rebellion. There's something else around here. And the general just kind of scoffs and goes, this is just a rebellion. Some hive gangers getting upset, caught us off guard. There's nothing else to this, sister. And she kind of corrects him. Canoness. He goes, kind of shrugs a little bit. And
whilst they're discussing this, I'll interface with the holodeus and see if I can I'd like to see if I can see the current status of deployments and what's going on the battlefields. Again, just to sort of get an idea of the situation, see just how far has this rebellion spiraled out of control. Because if this Cadian general saying it's a simple hive gang fleet, they should be put down with ease. So,
the tactical, what you get out of this is, from the basic gist, is that there's a hive structure which has been completely overtaken. And several other hives around the planet have been overrun. They've lost contact entirely. All they know is that there was some sort of uprising or rebellion that was happening. The main body of the Planetary Defense Force was off planet dealing with an orc incursion on a local moon when this happened, and this happened months ago. And it's taken months for a fleet to show up with reinforcements, and for the local Sororitas,
Coven.
Yeah, Coven to arrive. The Order of the Bloody Rose Coven to show up and aid, because all of them are almost convinced that this is not chaotic. It's just a rebellion. It's just hive workers getting angry and overthrowing. But the entire planet rose up at the exact same time, is what you can gather from this.
So with this information, I will again interact with the news sphere and sort of just try and sort of bring up several points of key locations, sort of in battle set information, and I'll turn to my compatriots, Uthar, Omega. Come to the dais. Tell me, what do you see here? There's a point to this, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do, Omega?
Could I utilize my deductive talent? Basically, use an intelligence skill to try to discern some form of discern something from the information that would assist the two Space Marines in trying to formulate kind of like a military plan in terms of like a form of entry.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Give that to me. Difficulty would be 3 for this one.
Yeah. Do you care which intellect roll it is?
Whichever one you think is most appropriate. I would say tech. Yeah. Go ahead.
You want to do tech or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay, we'll do investigation. And I get a +8 to this because of the talent. Bonus die. What? Get this double my rank. So this would be a lot of dice.
Yes. 22 dice.
1, 2, 3. So that's 7, 10. So yeah, 10 if you include the crits.
10 if you include the crits, and you only need
The
3. And your glory meter is already full. So do you want to push this into getting more information?
Yeah, I'll use all of it, all the crits, just to get as much information out of this as possible. Just basically go into sheer like matrix mode to just start doing all the data analysis.
Hooking up to the news sphere and getting all the information, all that kind of stuff. So what you're able to get pretty quickly is that there is a central uprising location that happens in this single hive on the southern continent. It happened first and most ferocious there. It is likely the location of if there is a relic on this planet, it is likely the location of that. You also recognize that this has a pattern that you have seen before. This is a pattern that you have seen many times before, based off of your own information. This is not a simple uprising rebellion. This is a Genestealer Cult uprising.
Oh boy.
I relay this to the group because as it's coming up.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Uthar? Any other things you want to do?
If I did any kind of tactical analysis, I'd come up with the same thing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might be able to know a little bit more if you do tactical analysis just because of your own experience in the Death Watch, knowing like where the leaders might be for this, or like if the leaders might use those things.
Let me do a roll.
Yeah, Omega's not programmed for military. It's just general analysis.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
But you're also an archaeologist, so like an anthropologist.
There's a form of study there, but just not anything military.
It's going to be intellect, Paul?
Yeah, intellect. Ooh, and a critical failure.
Ooh.
So, I'm going to say for that critical failure for that, you don't really... You're almost convinced that this is not a Genestealer Cult uprising. It just doesn't smell right. It doesn't feel right. So you disagree with Omega on this factor.
Even though Uthar has been in campaigns against
Genestealer cults, yes. You're just like, this doesn't smell right. This just doesn't smell right. You just because you're not used to looking at like battle plans. You're used to like going on instinct and how to take this. So you're looking at the holo map. You're just like, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. Mm-hmm. It's like maybe like this is the wrong color, holographic. So it's just throwing your brain off. You just can't really quite process it.
So obviously taking this information on from my two compatriots and obviously my own experiences with the Death Watch and being a librarian, so I'm a bookworm among many other things. I will look up to the assembled entourage of individuals there and just basically go, General, Canoness, Admiral, each of you are intelligent individuals, masters of your own domains, and each of you have earned your ranks through campaigns after campaigns. My point is, none of you are blind to what this may or may not be. My brother and I both have served long tenures in the Death Watch, and our Magos is versed in a lot of the laws that are unknown to many individuals of the Imperium. Suffice to say, your Canoness, we believe, is correct. From what the data I can observe here and from our own experiences, this has every hallmark of a Genestealer revolt and uprising. There's a significant problem on your hands. And it would appear, and I shall stab my gauntlet at the location of the center mass, effectively. This is the critical mass point. This is the heart of your issue. It is also likely to extrapolate that this is where our artifact is hiding. I feel as though we could combine our forces and proverbially kill two birds with one stone. What say you?
The general immediately kind of scoffs and goes, this is ridiculous. There's no Genestealer cult. There's no alien influence in this planet. My colonel...
Do you wish to speak up to us in this moment? Do not follow the logic as well as the calculations that we have bestowed upon you in this moment? Do you dare speak up to this entourage as well as our holy purpose?
As you say that, he slams his fist down on the dais and goes, I do not want to get my men killed because some 4 vagabonds show up at my door on the eve of my invasion.
As soon as he says vagabonds, there's like an immediate like posturing. Like, oh, you son of a...
Uthar just stands straight up and you just hear him just kind of just almost roar from within his helmet. He's like, vagabonds!
Brother Magos, please.
As all this is going on, Bull just pulls out a cigar and is lighting it because he finds this entertaining. And he offers one to Merrick and be like, you want one?
Merrick just shakes his head and goes, thanks, Bull, but no.
So, obviously, my two compatriots getting rather grumpy, and our third compatriot just basically smoking a fat one at this point.
Yeah.
I will put my arms up in a placating gesture, brother Magos, please, before then looking directly at the general. General, please believe me. I understand the position that you are in. Though not a captain of my own company, I have led men on many occasions into many dangerous situations. I admire your loyalty to your men and your desire not to see them harmed without due cause. But please, believe me when I say that my experiences that I cannot discuss due to the natures of the Death Watch, every evidence points toward this being a significant threat, both to the campaign and to the sector at large, and I suggest you look at this accordingly. And again, I'm sort of like, I'm leaning in at this point. My voice is soft, but it is commanding. I'm trying to impress upon the situation to this general without offending his honor, because he is he's a military man. You know, he's had a career. He leads men. He is a leader. I'm trying to, come across on that level.
Okay, so give me a leadership check. No, because you're trying to sway him. Let's see, something else that's that. Yeah, leadership check. You're trying to meet him. A leadership check, difficulty 4.
Okay. Is that all attributes, or is that somewhere else?
It's under skills.
Skills. My apologies. Leadership. Okay. A difficulty of 4. Okay, and I get no bonus dice, do I?
No.
So roll. Got the right one? There it is. Boosk. Did that work?
Hey, you got more than 4.
Yeah.
You got 6. So you want to push this into like really influencing him?
I would like to push this, yes. I'd like to try and, I'd like to hope that my logic and my experience and wisdom of being a librarian of the Ultramarines is really lending some weight, as well as a Death Watch veteran, Okay,
so as you say this, you see him kind of look at you and then blink and then hold his head for a moment and go, yeah, you're right. Why am I thinking? And then suddenly after that, he kind of snaps back and goes, no. We are going to stick with the plan. It is a minor rebellion, nothing more. We do not need this troops' help. This group of minstrels come through from the Inquisition. Give me an insight check, everybody.
Okay.
Insight check.
Paul, I have an ability where once, I think it's once a session, I can, instead of rolling insight, I can instead roll tech. Can I utilize that? It's called a conversational cogitator.
Yes.
So I'm going to use my tech instead.
Additionally, I'd like to just try and detect if there is any psychic stuff going on here.
Give me that psychonesis, I believe is what it is.
I believe so. It's on my powers, isn't it?
Yes.
No.
It's under your... Yeah, it should be under your psychic powers, which will be under your...
Psychoscience, isn't it?
Yeah, psychoscience. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool.
8 with a 1 on the wrath.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a psychic mastery test I need to roll, isn't it?
Yes, psychic mastery test. So, Bull, you got a 1. You got a glory on the on the wrath die, but you failed.
I noticed something, but I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, Bull, you've served under many generals. This does not feel like a general. This feels like somebody else. That's all you know.
Bull just kind of chuckles at that, with a cloud of smoke just bellowing out of him as he's chuckling at this general who is trying to be like, I am smarter than 2 Space Marines, a Magos, and definitely smarter than the Ogre.
Yeah. Bull, you know something's up. So you're like you feel like you're smarter than this general, which doesn't seem right. Ginormous
cigar.
Yeah. So
That big.
Omega, you recognize that something's up. He is not acting normally the way you expect a general to act, and especially with the kind of little slip there, something seems to be bothering him. And Tiberius, there's psychic awareness. You actually immediately snap your head towards the colonel that he mentioned earlier, who is sitting in just behind the general. It's a woman. She's wearing a very smart uniform and a cap over her head, and she seems to be very focused on the general. And when you snap your head towards her, she looks back at you, like it looks into your eyes, and you can tell right away that she is doing something to the general.
I'd like to, at that point, immediately launch at this colonel and not kill her, grab her, and
All right.
pull this cap off.
Okay, so let's
Oh,
go.
boy.
Give me a what is it's a grapple check. I think it's a opposed strength. So give me a strength check.
Okay, entertaining.
I mean, you're a space marine.
I should hopefully pass it.
You would
Yeah.
think that would work, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. So you
Nah.
launch and grapple and you throw the cap off, and you notice the ridges and the mutations of a Genestealer Cult on her head.
I will sort of well, I mean, I'm a space marine, so I'm going to effectively sort of lift her off her feet, sort of like held a bit like sort of a sort of child, and show the assembled group. It appears your fleet has already been compromised. Before basically saying this one.
Go
I
for
mean,
it.
what should we? I'm trying to think of the right words here.
I mean, as Tiberius picked her up, Uthar was already drawing his pistol and he's got it trained on her head.
The only logical response to the presence of Xenos is hatred versus Macrologica 17-4. I believe swift ending of this heretic.
Magos, before we dispose rightfully, righteously of this Xenos incursion, this traitor of the ranks, I feel an interrogation should be in order to try and find out what it knows. Maybe it can lead us to more details of what the Xenos have planned for this world.
As you say that, you can hear, because you're holding it up, you can hear through its like choked, it starts laughing. It's like, you do not understand. You will never understand. Just submit to the star gods, or to the star, what do they call them? Star children? I gotta remember this. Submit to
Star Children. Thanks.
to the children of the stars. Become the child of the void. It is your only salvation.
Silence them.
And with that, I will. Would I be able to sort of detect there's nothing? We're not going to be able to get anything out of this. This
So,
one. This one's like too far gone.
As it's saying something, as you're detecting it, you just hear a bolt of crack and her head explodes. And you look over and you see the canoness has already just pulled and shot its brains out.
I'll look over it, but now my face is slightly covered in brain matter.
Yeah, like
I'll look over
like
the
purple
canoness.
brain matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look over the canoness and say, an appropriate response, but perhaps I could have put it down first.
Heresy must be dealt with at the swiftest of means. And he
As
looks
you
over
say,
at the
sister.
general, and the general is kind of like looks phased and goes like almost like he was in a daze and kind of goes, what's going on? He's rubbering his
General, it
temple.
appears that you have been infested with the Genestealers. One of your colonels was, and I sort of will hold up the corpse
Yeah.
in my hand. Let's just say corrupted, and then sort of I'll let this lifeless corpse flump down.
Colonel Stella. She was the colonel of the local defense force. We picked her up on the moon after fighting the orcs.
It appears that this Genestealer cult is widespread. General, as I was saying before, you were influenced by this monster, this Xenos scum. We believe that there is a Genestealer infestation that has caused this uprising, and this would be all the evidence we need to confirm it.
You'll have whatever you need. And he kind of taps on it and kind of goes, bring me second platoon. And kind of absolutely does it and says, you have my best men who've been in battle multiple times. Kasserkin. Protect them. Do what you want. You must. And the canoness kind of nods, and the rest of them they kind of go over the plans. You know, the canoness kind of lays it out and says, we will do a 3-pronged assault on all 3 of the hives. You and your forces, he points to you, to the crew, will accompany the main thrust into the hive. And kind of pulls up schematics of a landing pad. You will land here and insert through this direction. Hopefully, you will be able to find what you're looking for. But if not, we would request your aid to rid this planet of this infestation.
First of all, I will sort of on behalf of the retinue give thanks to the general, and especially for giving us Kasserkins, and say we will not spend your men's lives cheaply or without due cause. I appreciate your support. Before again going through the plans, and then effectively when this request is made, sort of, I guess a slightly conflicted look will come over my face, because of course I will want to help purge the rest of this sector, but and the rest of this this planet, but we cannot do that, and I will sort of words to the effect of, unfortunately, this is not the only one of these artifacts that are around, and as a result, we must leave as soon as we have acquired the artifact or have confirmed its presence is not on this planet. We will unfortunately not be able to do more than what we can on the surface, but what I can assure you is that we will do as much damage as possible whilst we are on the surface operations to try and aid your reclamation of this loyal Imperial world and the destruction of these Xenos scum.
Usually the Admiral kind of nods and goes, thank you. We understand. Our forces can handle the majority of this, and it will be our pleasure and honor to serve besides the angels of death themselves. And kind of nods and gives the sign of the Aquilla, and the which follows by the general and the sister kind of do the same thing.
I will reciprocate the sign of the Aquilla before sort of bumping my my vambrace against my chest. And just as an aside, I'll say, by the way, you may want to go through your upper echelons and staff. Check for ridges or other facial discolorations. These are the sure sign of the Xenos incursion of the Tyranid scum.
They kind of nod and thank you. With that, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back. We'll have the invasion of the planet, which is Persona Primus.
Woo!
Invasion.
As
The danger zone.
As we leave the room, I'm simply gonna look at Tiberius and be like, it'll be like Vigilus all over again.
Vigilus, I distinctly remember me being blown up by a Lehman Russ.
Well, hopefully you won't catch that again.
I think we. Oh no, there is. I thought we
Yeah.
lost Paul for a second. Never mind.
Yeah.
Bull is looking at the.
You
at
were
the
fine
corpse.
afterwards.
Sorry, but saying.
Good, Bull.
Bull is looking at the corpse, going, "If that one was bad, what about the other ones of them? Because they
Not all
seem
of them
bad mates."
Not all of them are bad. Some of them are, and some of them will be killed before the day is out.
Okay with me.
Alrighty, we'll be right back. We're gonna go take a break, grab some to drink and use the restroom. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for more action. All right, we're back, and my camera is frozen, as is tradition.
It's a good pose though.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
That wasn't that bad.
All right, so let me pull up the last little bits here, and I'm going to pull up some good music for this. All right, so let me read the proper beginnings. 4 miles above the hive, a dozen Valkyrie gunships hang in the air. The deck officer walks amongst you, and several other of the Kasserkin in your ranks, checking rappel lines. And he talks to the other Kasserkin. Once the doors open, you will have 15 seconds to deploy. Then the cargo bay lights turn red, and your stomach twists as the transport drops like a stone. The Valkyrie judders and rattles as the anti-aircraft rounds clatter against the hull. With a lurch that pushes you down into your webbing, the descent stops and the doors slide open. The doors are hurled open. Wind and noise rushes in. You see the lead Valkyrie roll away from the landing platform, one wing ablaze, its cargo of commandos still aboard. Beneath you, the platform flickers with weapons fire. Go, 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 yells the deck officer as the door gunners begin to ring out explosive bolter fire. Your Valkyrie hovers 10 meters above the ground, its jet engines blazing. Your rappelling line reaches down to the plastisteel surface of the landing pad, and the Kasserkin begin to descend. What do you do?
I don't need a rappelling line. I have a jump pack.
I am a rappelling line.
Bull has
Jet
issues.
out of there at the nearest anti-aircraft position.
Okay. Let me move you all to the right scene here.
Bull might have a little bit of an issue here.
Ooh,
Fancy.
a pain.
There's where the you are all right here, and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so we can see the.
For some odd reason, I don't see my character piece. Strange.
It should be on there. Let me see if I can pull it out. Oh, that's because I haven't. Yeah, it should be there. It's right here.
It's that one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, there we go. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm blind.
So I'm trying to give everyone a good shot of this so that the chat can see. This is what it looks like. There are gun emplacements on the top, and there is a watchtower with several figures shooting down auto gunfire. And then there's the Kasserkin over here. The Kasserkin are a mob that you can order to do whatever you want on their turn. They're a mob of 10 Kasserkins, all with hotshot las guns.
Very nice.
All right. With that, who wants to go first?
It's not I.
I think
Uthar
that
left
our
out,
Space
can-
Wolf should go first, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, Uthar left out.
Okay.
Can he go first?
Yeah, Uthar can go to either this one or this one. These are those are both heavy stubber anti-aircraft cannons.
Okay, yeah, he's going to go to the right.
To the right. What's the?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were over here.
Okay.
So you this is where the Valkyrie was. Is this general area?
About 26 meters, 25
You're
meters.
gonna have to do a pilot check with your jetpack.
Yep.
Could you just point out to the map where the watchtower is?
Watchtower
the
is
left. Over here.
yeah, right here.
Ah, right, I see. Thank you.
Damn, what are my rolls today?
So 3. What did you need to get? It's 3, I think, right?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a requirement of 3. You can look it up. Look up the jetpack. You should probably have that like kind of handy. Yeah, I think it's 3. You only need 3, so it's you can move twice your movement with that. And your movement is 9 or 10.
My movement. Yeah, movement's 9.
And we'll look up the jetpack, because there's a rule for the jetpack, right? It's like 3 times your movement or twice your movement.
Yeah, I think it was twice your movement. I'm not all the way there.
No,
I'm
sure that's
of it.
kind of elevated, so it's like about 10 meters above you. So you would be able to equipment. Do armor. Try to find the jump pack. DN3 for pilot test, yes. Double your speed, making DN3. So 18 is what you can go. So you can make it to about, let me see, if you're from here, right there. Yeah.
Yep.
So you'll land on
I'm
the
almost there.
Yeah, you'll be able, the next turn, you'll be able to move up there. Now, you can double move, because movement is an action as well.
Yeah, I'll do a double move. I want to get there as swiftly as possible, clear that anti-aircraft position, so the other troops land.
Okay. Yeah, you won't be able to engage in combat. You can actually choose to. No, if you think you have to sacrifice, you can double attack, but you take a penalty for it. You could also choose to seize the initiative and go again, but that costs a
Wrath.
Yeah,
Not wrath. Glory.
Glory.
Wrath?
Yeah.
Glory.
Yeah. I'll let our guys do their turn so that
Okay.
set up properly.
So give me another pilot check to make sure you can make it up there.
Are they raised?
Yeah, they're
They're
raised.
elevated.
They're elevated.
Oh, that's why. I'm sitting there
Yeah.
going like, I feel like he should be able to just get there. That makes more sense.
Yeah. And these 2 buildings right here, like the ones that are the big black squares around them, those are all those are buildings. Yeah, those are buildings.
That we cannot see into.
Can you control that your figure?
I'm assuming as we move, then we should be able to see into them.
Let me double check to make sure I can give them.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. I'm not able to.
All right, so let me give you the action for it. There you go. You should have action now.
Yeah, I can't control
There we
mine
go.
either.
Okay. So I didn't make the second pilot check, so I guess his jump pack misfires.
Yeah, so if you fail your test, your movement deviates according to the scattering. A complication,
okay.
Yeah, a complication triggers a crash and deals a maximum of 1d3 shock falling damage. So the scattering tool is right area.
It's a D6, right?
Yeah, you roll a d6 to determine which direction. So roll 1d6.
5.
5. So you actually end up, and now roll another d6 to see how far you go.
3. So 3 meters.
That way, yeah.
Okay, so I'm still going towards the objective.
Yeah. You're going 3 meters, yeah, like to the right a little bit more. So yeah, you're like, as you're going,
right
a straight auto bullet, because you didn't epically fail it, so
Yeah.
a straight auto gun round like pings off of your jetpack, and you kind of careen sideways a little bit. All right, now it's their turn. The The one that's on top, he doesn't really have an angle on you, but he has an angle on the ones on the ground. So he's going to start shooting at the rest of you. He's going to focus on Tiberius because he seems like the biggest threat. So this guy right here is going to be shooting at Tiberius. With his heavy stubber. Stub.
Oh no.
Boop. Nope, he doesn't do anything. Because, what's your defense? Tiberius?
More than one.
It's like 6.
My defense is 6, I believe. That's my armor value, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your armor value.
My defense is 3, my armor value is 6.
Yeah, so he doesn't even hit you. Just stub. It just kind of pings off of the ceramite, just harmlessly. All right, next up is one of you. Which one do you want to go?
Probably Tiberius?
Okay, yeah, I'll go next in that case.
Right. Tiberius or Bull, whichever one.
We're all in, I know, Valkyrie, right? Or are we on the platform now?
Well, you're it's up to you. You're 10 meters off the ground.
Do you really think Bull can rappel out of a fucking Valkyrie?
You could try.
Go for it.
Okay.
Attack the ground at your face.
Does it matter? Does it matter which platform, or are we in the above that specific one?
That specific one where you are.
Okay. I think Tib can go before me because I have to think logically on something.
Logically, sure.
Bull has brain thought.
So you go Bull or Tiberius?
Go Tiberius, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say go Bull. Bull can go. No.
I'm gonna let the Sicor go.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, I'm going to well, I mean, I'm a space marine. I don't need to repel. Repelling's for peasants.
Yes.
So I shall effectively just sort of in a very casual fashion leap out of the Valkyrie, and in that most cliched of landings that you see in every single bloody superhero movie, I will come down, one knee down, one fist down, cape billowing, just looking very epic before getting up and assessing the tactical situation. So we've got Ulrich heading up toward one of the AA guns. I am going to double back down and go and try and take out this bunker at our rear, effectively. So I shall move. I think I shall spend my entire turn moving as well, because I'm quite far away from the bunker.
Wait, because you get a regular action. Well, you get a regular move, and then you can take either a simple or a full additional move, either running or sprinting. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to sprint, you can as well.
That's 3 times your movement.
So, right, what's the distance between me and that bunker? Let's have a look, see. That is 27 meters. And my movement is 9, so that means I can move 9 meters. Is that correct?
Yes, 9 meters. Okay. And if you
can move,
yes,
9 for free.
Yeah, 9 for free, and then if you do a full round, you do another 2, like twice your movement again on top of that.
Okay, so let me propose this. If I say, for example, sprint over my entire full turn, I'll take all of my movement, just my entire turn moving. Does that mean I can basically run to the bunker and actually jump into it?
Yes, you can get into it. Now it is a tower, so like you see those 2 groups.
Yeah.
You can see about 10 of them on top shooting down at you with auto guns.
Okay, so
but there is an interior section as well.
Right. Okay. So in that case, my entire focus now is for me to sprint across this terrain as quickly as possible and get into the tower so I can start to take it out. That's going to be my turn effectively. All
right. So you're going to sprint in there. I think. Let me double check with the sprints.
Paul, could he? So if he takes a free move, like we all have a move action, so he takes a move that gets him 9 meters closer. Then he's 17 meters away from the tower. Couldn't he then just use a simple run to double to get there and still have a full action left? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the run is a simple, but you have to do a test for the simple, I believe. I'm trying to find.
Well, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just double down and make sure I can get my ass into cover effectively. So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're gonna sprint in. Okay, moving. Yep. All right. Speed movement is terrain.
Yeah, athletics test for difficult terrain.
Is that all it is? It's just you just normally.
That's all it says in the quick reference.
Simple actions, reloading, free actions, full round actions, sprinting, page 180.
Hold on, I'll copy and paste it into the chat.
When you sprint, you move triple your movement speed in a straight line. Spacing is a full round action. So if you sprint, it's a full round action. Running, you move double your speed. It's a simple action during your turn, and you cannot run if you already performed a simple action during the turn. Yeah, so you have a movement, a simple, and and an action. So.
But I have to take a check for the
Nope.
simple, don't I?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No check.
Well,
you just go.
In that case, then, do I have? I will have enough movement to get into cover.
In there.
With a simple action, don't I?
Are you going to Kool-Aid Man into the tower? Are you just kick down the tower door, or are you just going to get to the edge
I want you
of
to
it?
picture this, okay? I want you to picture this. Basically, I'm going to be sprinting, or sort of running across, trying to dodge fire, because obviously these chaps are going to be firing at us. And you know how in Demon Hunters we sort of kick the door in. I'm going to effectively kick the door in and start to assault this tower.
All right.
I'm gonna just full send assault on this place.
All right. So this is what's going to happen. You go ahead and move your character over there. I'm going to show you what was inside the tower.
I'm just getting like the Astartes video vibes going.
Yeah,
from the...
exactly. Yeah.
It's great because
and then like the Demon Hunters kick the door explodes on the inside.
Look,
happening in like the span of seconds.
Yeah.
The combat
What
goes on.
was it? In there was a 40k book where Space Marines don't use doors; they just go through the walls.
Yeah.
They're going through the door.
There are
Wall.
some friendly chaps in there. Good grief.
Yes. You kick down the door and you see a very elegant-looking woman, ridges on her head, holding a staff, and then a group of four hunched over. They're called acolytes. They're like the three-armed Genestealers.
Oh, fun. So,
Yeah.
Say, as I use a simple action, does that mean I can then engage these chaps?
You can charge. You can charge is an action, but you can choose which one, because there's the Megas is in front of you. The one
I
with
will
the staff.
absolutely engage the Megos.
Okay.
So I'm going to charge at the Megos, and I shall of course use my Force Axe on them.
All right.
Okay.
Give me.
So that
You-
is.
You remember you get a +1 for your charge.
That's a very good point. Let me put a +1 on my dice. That's my bonus dice for attack roll, isn't it? +1. Okay, cool. Booshk.
Yeah, bonus side to attack roll. I think it's just +1 to your attack roll actually, but
I put a +1 on.
yeah. So you got.
Was it a bonus die? What that I need to do? Bonus dice for attack roll +1, or has I've done it incorrectly?
I think it's fine. I think it's normally just +1, so you just increase the amount of like basically you need 3s instead of 4s, but.
Oh heavens! Yes, sorry. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I missed the. I did the wrong one.
We're still
Okay, right.
we're still learning, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I just one of those things. So, its defense is not high. It's exactly what you needed. You know what? I'm just gonna count it as because you would have gotten one if you had done it normally. So yeah, so you're gonna hit. Roll me some. You do automatically with your. What's the DR
Base
value?
DR is 12, and then we also take into consideration the strength, don't we?
Yes.
Yep, for a melee attack.
So my base DR is 14 on my Force Axe.
Yes, and then the DR should automatically change it. If you make sure that little checkbox there says melee, MEL ?
Yep, got it. Mhm.
Click that, and also click the force icon. So there should be FRC. Make sure there's both
Yep,
clicked.
got it as well. Awesome.
What is your DR now?
My DR is 26.
So you do 26 damage. Space
What
Marines.
Genestealer?
All right. So you do 26 damage plus what is your ED?
My DED is 5.
Roll the damage and the little red damage dice next to that, and that's you're gonna do 5 additional damage. Do 5 additional dice of possible damage. So 2 more damage. So 26, you said?
Yes.
So 28. No, yeah, 28 damage. Okay, so its resistance is 5. So it negates 5 damage. So it still has 24 damage to negate. It's going to do its best to roll determination to see if it can convert some of that to shock.
I'm assuming there was no armor value, was there?
Its armor value was 0, so its resistance is just 5.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, it's just that it has an armor penetration of 2, that's all. So anyway.
Oh, does it have armor penetration of 2? So that means it actually has a 3 resistance, because it reduces the resistance by however many. So it's
25 damage.
So 25 damage goes through. Determination.
Do you like Xenos pudding?
It's dead. You killed it. It is. So explain to me how dead this Xenos is as you kick down the door.
I'd like to explain it like this. So effectively, this growing thudding sound it can be heard from inside the tower before the door literally explodes off its hinges. Great sort of boot-shaped dent in this plasteel door. This extremely angry Ultramarine forces itself in the shock and the awe, but in a typical Ultramarines fashion, a very economical, just brutal cleaving swing. It was very just, there's no flash to it. It's just brutal economy of motion. Cleaves this Magos's head from its shoulders effectively, ensuring that it absolutely cannot get back up again. And this head just rolls to the acolytes around it, just with this stunned expression on its face. And the body just sort of crumples down in front of me.
It's just dead. It's dead. All right, that's your turn, unless you want to seize the initiative.
I think that's good.
Okay.
That was a pretty good turn.
Cult Megas.
2 more damage.
Cult Megas is dead. All right, let me make sure I have it right. Yeah, there we go. It is dead, deadified, completely dead. Let's go with dead. There we go. I'm just going to delete it from there. All right, so now it is their turn. The acolytes are going to charge at you. Well, they can't charge you. They're going to engage you with their fun acolyte hybrids. They're going to engage you with their rending claw.
Sounds like fun.
So this is because there are a total of 4 of them in there, so they get a total of 2 bonus die. Because they're in a mob. So this is another feature of this. You can put some of the troops options into mobs, and the mobs give them specific abilities that allows them to fight better, but they also makes them weaker to initial attacks. So it's kind of a little bit of both. So they're going to use the multi-attack. So they're going to attack you twice without any penalty because it's part of their ability. But you're lucky because they also had Broodmind, which give them bonuses if they're near a Sicor, and you just turned the Sicor into a statue.
Death Watch knowledge right there. I know how to take out Tyranids.
Kill the synapse.
Kill the synapse, and the rest will follow.
Okay, so it hits you, but it also has a complication. So their complication is I'm going to make them take a resolve test, or they flee, or possibly one of them will flee, because they just saw their Magos get decapitated in front of them.
Here's the question: how will they flee? The Space Marine's in the door.
Through the windows or through somewhere else.
And
yeah.
the walls.
Intensifies.
Yeah. All right, so let's go. Is that boss music I hear? That's in my head. That's what happens. The guns start playing, and the Magos is trying to calm the acolytes, and then goes, "Does that sound like boss music?" And then the door explodes, and
Door explodes. Dark Soul starts playing.
I'm sad. I actually have Doomslayer music on my soundboard, and I'm not playing it for specific reasons.
for copyright reasons, I think.
Yeah.
DMCA.
All right, so they do a total of 16 damage, AP 2. So 2 of your resistance is nullified. So whatever. So what is your resistance? Full resistance?
That's the number next to my AV.
Defense. Yeah,
so that's 12.
Your total resilience is 12, right?
Yes, my total resilience is 12, and I have 6 armor value.
Okay. So you have a resistance of 10 for this. So it means you soak up 10 of this damage, leaving 6 remaining. You can still... Oh, also, they've got 4, possibly more. An additional 3 more damage for that. So that is a total of... Actually, no, because it's... How many are there? 2, 1, 5 more damage. So total of 15 damage goes through. So... total of it's 5, so yeah, 11 damage goes through. So you have to soak it up with a determination roll.
Okay, so I need to make a determination roll.
Yeah. Do you want? Would you like to use a glory so that you can possibly not just get shock and not get more damage?
I would like to use a glory. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to expend the glory, please.
So your determination. Do you know what your determination is? I believe it's...
Yes, it's 5.
5?
Yes.
So you can spend add as many dice as you want to determination. With a glory. So each glory can give you 1 additional dice.
Right, and that will be on my determination modifier, won't it?
Yeah.
No,
that's just your determination roll, so it'd be additional rolls. Let me look at your sheet so I know what I'm looking at.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, there's a dice mod above determination. Got it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I can add an additional dice to every glory I decide to use. Yes.
Yes. So if you want to use all 6, you can. That will give you a total determination of 11 possible, which will reduce your damage significantly.
I shall use 4, please.
Okay.
Keep 2 in the bank. So I put in a dice modifier of 4, and I'm going to roll my determination roll.
So you've got 4 rolled. So you reduce the damage by 4. So you take 4 shock. And then the remainder, which was the total of 12, so the remainder would be 7. So you take 7 wounds.
Okay, so I need to put my shock
Wouldn't that be 8?
down.
Oh, 8 wounds, yeah.
So
8
sorry.
wounds.
Yeah.
So sorry, how much shock did I take?
4. Because that's what you do.
Okay,
when you do determination, you can turn it into shock. So.
That leaves me at 5. And I took how many wounds? I apologize.
8.
8. All right, 13. Right. Okay. Hang on. I am terrible at mental arithmetic. I love being dyslexic.
I mean, what's your
5.
total wounds?
Right, there we go. My total wounds are 13. I now have 5 wounds remaining.
You have 5 wounds remaining. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just get hammered by these guys with their claws. They rip through your ceramite, but they're also going to have to take a resolve. So let me. They are both angry and scared. Yeah. Where are you?
Is there any way we can recover our wounds and our shock during a cap?
Yeah, shock is easy to recover. Wounds take more time to recover.
Okay.
So. Okay. So. Mauls and resolve. If half or more of the troops of the mob are slain, they should take a DN3 resolve test. All right, so resolve test.
Where will they go?
If they fail, they
They
run.
go home.
Yeah. They failed. Okay. So, at the end of the round, if they fail, the entire mob flees as though suffering from terror condition.
Where? The Space Marine's in the door.
There might be another door.
So effectively, what they're doing is that's what the claws were because they flee. They run in. They see their megas. They panic. They all charge the Space Marine, rip the Space Marine like are basically trying to pull Tiberius away from the door so they can get out. and you get like hit from them, and then they just disappear and they run scrambling out into the open and run away, easily cut down by the approaching Valkyries and the other kind of scatter fire. So they are now gone.
Suppose that technically dealt with them.
But you are hurt. They just ripped at you.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
That's going to be a lot of polishing.
Check your abilities. I think you may have some abilities to soak up wounds as well as a Marine.
Those will be under. Where would they be?
Be under abilities, I believe.
Oh, the abilities and attributes tab. No, that's loony.
Should be, if anything, it'll say it under the Primaris Intercessor section.
I think it's under powers. The powers
under
tab.
Powers.
And then abilities and talents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let me have a look. See. Depends on humanity. Add +1 on chapter. You're subject to the order of your chapter master. Was honor both beliefs. You increase your resolve by 1 and maximum wounds by 3.
So you actually have 3 more wounds that you should put in there.
Yes, I do. Also, immune to bleeding condition. No, nothing else. So that's
nothing else.
Any of my psychic powers. So I'm just gonna quick check. No, it's just I should have had more wounds than I did. I should have had more.
Okay, so you
there you go.
There you go. All right. Now that's your turn. That's their turn. Now it's your turn again. So it's do you need Bull or?
Bull, do you want to go?
Bull will. So, I looked up 32 feet for those who don't know what 10 meters is. Bull's gonna attempt to repel. Don't know how well that's gonna go because big, heavy guy.
Let me see the jump rules. I think it's just an athletics check. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics check.
With I think it's +2 because you're repelling. So add two bonus to your.
2 bonus die.
Yeah. Or not 2 bonus, +2 to your check. So it should be pretty easy, even though you're repelling.
So +2 on the roll mod.
Yeah, on the roll mod.
Roll.
I think you succeed. Let me look through.
Well, I did decent.
You did critically, and you did fumble on the wrath die. So
if only he had more bombs.
Bombs weighed me out.
Yeah, you were possibly, and then you just kind of like whoops. So you
snapped.
you're fine. You get down to the bottom, but as you get down to the bottom, you trip and you're not used to it, and the Valkyrie kind of swings a little bit as you're going down because of the weight displacement. And when you get to the ground, you're just on the back. You're prone, so you can take a simple action to stand up, but that's your movement action.
Stand up.
Yeah. So you now only have 1 action left, and that's it.
Oh, I have no ranged abilities whatsoever.
You can't take a full round because you've already taken it. You can turn that action into a movement action and just move away if you need to.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying to go towards where all the squishy little friends are. And
over here.
Yeah, and give them some extra, armor protection.
Yeah, protect the cask.
Because
because you have the abilities. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be just to get here.
Okay.
More or less.
So. You can double move.
Double move?
Yeah, because you can run, but that's about it.
So I'll get about basically like right here.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Let me move your character. Let me get you your character. You can control your character. There we go. Safe. You should be able to control them now.
And move him here.
All right. And you've got the ability
Cool.
to, like, they get their defense, right? They
get +4 armor because of me with my big metal shield.
All right. So now it's the
attack.
The ones on top of the tower are going to shoot down at the Kasserkin. So shooting with their auto guns. Boop. Oh wait, I gotta do that. Now shooting with their auto guns. Oh, they do, and they get crit. Oh, I'm sorry, Kasserkin. I'm sorry. My beloved Cadian shock troops.
Oh no, not the Kasserkins.
They're about to get minced.
They get +4 armor. Big man with shield here.
Yeah, but that's even with +4 armor.
With
Oh
the
yeah, they
mortal
get
wound.
armor.
Or they get a crit roll.
They get a crit roll. So
Whiff.
I'm also going to spend ruin to
That's why not.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
Second platoon. They've been through many combats. They're veterans. They're dead now.
Hey, 17 hours as a veteran, all right? You know this.
Fire a gun once. You're a veteran.
You survived for a day. Congratulations, you're a veteran. Where is that crit roll? It's under combat, right? Yeah.
Oh, no, critical hits 197.
7. Okay.
Critical hits, crit
Okay.
table.
Yeah, it's 2d6.
That's right. Yeah.
So 51.
51.
Overpowering assault.
Ooh.
A stunning blow sends the foe lurching away. Senses blurred. Brutal impact. Effect. Target suffers 1d6 shock damage and is staggered. +2 shock for every glory you spend. So they're going to take... I'm going to spend more ruin. So we're down to... So your glory is down to 2. And my ruin is going to be down to 6. All right, and they are going to do. They do only 7 damage, so +1, nothing. So only 7 damage, but they also do 1d6 shock damage +4. So 4 plus 1d6. Five shock damage to the Kasserkin. So the Kasserkin are now at they get +4 to their armor, right?
Yes.
So their armor is fine. They block all of it, but they took a bunch of shock damage, and which means they have 0 shock. So now they have to roll a resolve test and D3, or they start to break and run. They start to break and run. So you stand up there with the shield, but the sheer barrage of auto guns as they're hitting them, they just start panicking and fleeing from the battlefield, jumping off.
I would be able to yell at them to make them not run away, would I?
Give me a leadership check. If you make a leadership check of a DN3, I will let you save 1d6 Kasserkin. No. Okay. Almost. So you tell me what you yell at them as they're running away.
Stand ground, bad guy, kill.
So they panic.
Yep.
They are now gone.
Sounds about right.
All right. Now it
If I was
is.
the commissar, they would be dead.
Yeah. Now it is your turn, I think commissars have the ability to prevent determination rules as well. So
Yes, we can actually execute.
yeah.
I think it's my turn.
Yes, your turn. You're 10 meters
So-
off the ground.
How much, like, it's like my only viewpoint out? Like, is there like, I'm trying to think, is how much combat awareness do I have in the moment, or is it literally just go out and see what happens? You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
you're sort of in the Valkyrie that's still kind of hovering there, waiting for you to drop, and you can see all around. You see the acolytes flee and get cut down and jump off the roof. You saw the caster can get annihilated instantly or just panic and instantly run.
What I've noticed, Tiberius being struck pretty heavily.
Yeah, you definitely would have because you're
Okay.
enhanced
So
senses.
So with that, I'm gonna use something funny because
Okay.
I was looking up the rules and this is probably broken. But so my rate of magnum metrics, it allows me to draw myself and hover around any large or stable metal object. In combat, this is a simple action. The effective range of this talent is equal to my rank, which is 8 times 20, so that's 160 meters. So I want to just like step out of the Valkyrie and then like hover my way over to Tiberius. With
That
a
is
simple action.
awesome. Well, remember, y'all are tier 4, so that's not broken.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
we're
what
up
you're
there.
supposed to do. You're
Yeah, so I'm
heroic.
magneting my way over to Tiberius. And I want to get to like right to like in contact with him, and then I want to perform a full action Medicae to try to heal a wound.
Okay, do
Oh,
it.
you champion.
Yeah, that's part of his job.
I am support. I do not do the combat things.
Hello, Zenyatta.
Medicae. So it's 1 plus however many I push.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
So that's
Oh, no.
4, 5. So that's 5 wounds.
What did you need for the Medicaid roll?
It's 1, and then everything I can push is an additional wound. So it's
3
healing.
pushes,
Medicae-
5 pushes. Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 plus shift in wounds. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 wounds he heals.
5 wounds you healed. So you're back up to 5 wounds.
Wonderful.
As I'm literally hovering behind him as like a Medicae backpack.
Yeah.
So I'm now 13 out of 16 my wounds. This should have
There you go.
You're basically back up to the full, almost.
Yeah, well, pretty much we were good. I mean, I've not got the shock back, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And because of our range, I'll just ready my axe as a free action.
Okay. Just preparing.
Choice.
If I have to use it, it's bad news. So yeah.
All right, let me see exactly what you can wrath. You can restore shock with wrath. You have a wrath
really?
point. Everyone has 2 wrath points. You can use wrath to restore shock. You can also use your wrath to reroll failures. Anyways,
And so-
go ahead.
I was just going to say that I have the trait Touched by Fate, which means I start my sessions with +4 wrath.
Yeah, so you have. I'll change that real quick. So you have 6 wrath.
Sorry, I apologize. Would you say again, please?
You can use a wrath die on your turn to restore shock.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You can also use it to reroll failed rolls if you need to.
Ooh, good to know. Right, excellent.
Yeah.
So I've got 6 of those then.
Yes,
Ooh.
and they reset every session.
Yay.
So.
Fair enough.
All right. So the second group of corrupted militarum are going to shoot their auto rifles down at Bull. A lot of them hit. Oh lordy, look who's turning. That's a lot of hit. That's a lot of damage. What's your defense, Bull?
Defense 5.
5. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they're going to push 3 over into the damage. So they're going to add 3 more to the damage die, and then they're going to boop. With an additional 1, 2, 4 damage. So total of 7, 11 damage.
11
is put on you. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your resistance?
17.
17. AP nothing. So yeah. Basically, it all pings off your shield. Just
Ting, 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 ting,
yeah.
ting.
A rapid 5 auto guns on full auto, just spraying bullets towards you, but it just all off of your shield.
Hand comes around the shield, flips him off.
All right, now it is. It would be the Castrican's turn, but they ran away. They ran away.
Yeah, I was
there's a
wondering if we're going to be able
commissar.
to use them.
There's a commissar nearby. His hand is shaking with a pistol. Must hunt. Desertion.
And the last one's going to fire at you there because he can see you. He can only see you, Bull. He's going to fire at you with his heavy stubber. Stub. That is a total of 5, and your defense is 5.
Yes.
Yeah, so he does nothing. He pings off of your. He just misses misses with the stubber. All right, that's the end of round 1. Round 2. Who wants to go first?
Uthar, finish what you started.
Yeah.
Yep, Uthar is gonna finish what he started. I'm gonna make a jump up onto that platform and clear those AA guns. The reinforcement.
Give me a pilot check. Remember, you can reroll with Wrath, and you can spend a glory to add additional.
Pilot check is now.
Ooh. You cannot reroll the Wrath die, but you can reroll one of those if you want to.
I am gonna re-roll those.
Okay, reroll. Just do reroll 1. Just do 1d6.
Yeah.
Or however many you want to spend 1 or 2 Wrath die.
I'll re-roll 1d6.
Okay. Yeah, you get it.
There we go.
So
Okay.
there's a complication. Your jetpack is out of fuel.
Oh.
Yeah, because the auto round, or like the bullet that hit the pierced the fuel. So you managed to get up there, but it's like as you get up there.
Yeah. So no more jumping for Uthar.
Not until you get that refilled. So, yeah, but you are up there now.
Okay, I am up there. I'm going to start slaughtering the crew here.
Okay.
And as he climbs up there, he's gonna howl at them. Which one of you shot my pack?
Give it to me.
All right, he's gonna chop at the main gunner with his axe.
Remember, you can attack twice without any penalty
Okay.
because you've got dual wield.
Yep. So, frost axe is coming down on the gunner's head.
Ooh. All right, his defense is like 3. I want to double check because like these guys are not very. Defense is 2. So yeah, you get him plus you can push 1. So do you want to add that to the glory? Or do you want to add to the damage?
I'm gonna add that to glory.
Okay. Add to the glory. So you've got 3 glory. All right. Roll me. So what's your base DR, or what's your DR over? Not the base DR. The DR overall
Your overall is 11.
with the frost axe. Did you make
Yep,
sure you
the
click
frost
the?
axe.
Did you make sure you click the melee option? This little.
Yeah. Yeah, that's click.
Okay.
Base DR is 11.
Not base DR. Overall DR. Okay.
Oh, overall DR is 11.
11. Okay. And you set your skill attribute to weapon skill agility.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. So 11 damage. He might be able to shock it. No, he can't. But he'll try. He's just dead. But oh damn!
What?
Damn! 5 shock retained, but that's more shock than he has. So he's still dead. He just dies like a man. All right, that's how I'm gonna do this. You're like, which one of you shot up? And he, like, you put up the axe, and he like pulls out his auto gun and kind of like blocks the axe, and then like spits at you before you bring it back around and then end him. All right.
All right. Was he the only guy there?
No, there's another one on the other side. You can run over there because you can see like kind of where it is. But there's
Okay,
another one on the other side.
Within range for me to shoot him with my pistol?
I think.
22 meters.
Yeah. What's your medium? It's definitely within range.
Technically 23 meters. Yeah.
Yeah, let me double check the range of my pistol.
Because you've got short range, medium range, and long range. The pistol is probably short range is 12, and the average range is probably 18. It's probably within the long range, but look real quick.
Oh no, I went too far in the book.
It is a. It is a.
Medium is 12, so he is out of range. Even at long range, he's out of.
What's the long range for the pistol?
Long range is 18.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he's out of range.
So I can't make that.
You can't make.
Well,
that
does he
shot.
still have his move action left, or did he already use that?
He used it to move up there.
Wait,
Oh,
can I use this gun to take out the other one?
Yeah, you can take
Can I,
take
turn the
control.
AA
Oh,
gun?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
it's a
that.
stubber.
I'm gonna
All
turn
right.
that stubber on the other position.
All right, roll a ballistic skill check. I'll tell you what the damage is. I think its base damage is 7 or 10, but okay, yeah, you definitely hit him. So it's a DR 10.
Mm-hmm.
AP nothing, but plus 2 ED. So roll 2d6. So additional 2 damage. So total of 12 damage. He can't survive that. You just end him with the gun. Yeah.
I literally just slaughtered the crew, turned the gun, and just went. Bah, 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 bah.
It's a heavy stubber.
He's just
So, yeah.
howling with fury.
So yeah, they're both dead. Both
And
deader
he's
than
howling,
dead.
He's howling like, I should have been a long fang.
All right, now it's their turn. They're gonna continue to shoot at Bull.
Defiantly setting there, flipping them off.
Yeah. All right. Auto guns, go. They might actually have done it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because it's the one crit.
That goes through my defense.
Yeah. Your defense is 5, right?
Yeah.
So they're definitely going to push that into the extra damage. So that's going to be 3 additional damage.
Does it beat a resistance of 17?
No, unfortunately,
Wow.
because it's close. It's 2, 4, 5, 12. 12.
Ping, 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 ping.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend ruin and have them do it twice. No, I
Easy
can't.
initiative.
It's this easy initiative, but I'm gonna have them do it again. Still do it, and still able to move it over to more damage. So, nope, nothing. Ping, 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 ping. All right, they're just constantly firing their auto guns at you and missing. So, or getting through your defense. All right.
Bull now wishes he had ranged attacks.
Where I wish, or what's that line? It'd be nice if someone had some grenades right now.
Frag bombs.
Where's shiny exploding device?
All right, now it's up to you. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Right, so so am I in range of these two groups inside of the tower that are currently
you can-
shooting at our Bullgrin?
You can run up there and get up there with a simple action.
Okay. Right, in that case, what I'd like to do is I'd like to run up there and may I ask what kinds of groups these are?
They are groups of looks like corrupted planetary defense forces. They don't have any melee weapons on them that you can see, just pistols and auto guns.
All right, and those are the ones that are currently shooting down at our
Yeah.
point, aren't they? Right, okay. In that case, I'd like to engage the... how do I ping again?
Just have your selector, the
one that
Click
you
and hold.
just pinged, the red one. Oh, click and hold. Oh,
That
there
one?
it is.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to engage the this one here, please.
Okay,
With,
cool.
My force
Melee?
axe.
Go for it.
Melee him. Right. Right for combat. Okie dokie. Right, let's roll that. Move.
That's enough,
Excellent.
because their defense is 2.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Roll me now. Roll me. What's the base damage again? 26.
26. Yes.
And then roll me the bonus damage, and it's AP -2, right?
It is AP -2. Correct.
Yeah.
Also, I'm also having a little quick look at my powers, and apparently I have Defender of Humanity, which is +4 icons to any successful attack against a mob. Is that relevant here?
Yeah. +4 icons.
Yes.
So you hit him. You can't miss against mobs. And this is a mob. So
Okay.
yeah, you can't miss.
Right.
He
okay.
don't miss.
Don't miss. So yeah, I just do a damage roll.
Yeah, damage roll, and you're good to go.
Okay.
So yeah, they're dead. They are absolutely dead. All of them are dead. There is no way they could survive any of that. 26. To describe to me how you pull apart this group of 5 Genestealer cultists.
So again, using the augmetic legs I have to just get a little extra burst of speed, I thump up these stairs and come across the first of these groups of Genestealers that are currently shooting down at our Bulgrin. Again, with the power axe in both hands, is just going to be a series of just, again, economical cleaves, perfectly judged cuts that just eviscerate these 5 individuals with the speediest, quickest, most economical way possible, in the Ultramarines fighting style. And again, they are left in a pool of their own viscera as I make my way up to obviously next turn engage the next group.
Okay, so they are just deadified, absolutely, utterly deadified. All right. Now it is their turn. They are going to try to fire at you. You're still in. You moved in, so you'd be in engagement range with both of them, right?
Yeah, I assume they're both on the same floor, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're moving them away so that you turned and killed one, but you'd be like right next to the other ones.
Yeah, so effectively, think if they're both like shooting at a firing port, so like one group there, one group there. I've killed one of the groups, the other group is like right next to me.
Okay. So they're going to, so they can't fire at you with their auto rifles, but they can shoot you with their auto pistols. So they're going to shoot. They're probably going to hit you because that's a 6 and your defense is 5.
My defense is 3.
3. Okay, yeah. So they definitely hit you. And then boop boop boop. But their damage rating is 7. So AP nothing. So they can't really do much there. They don't have additional. So yeah, they hit you but do nothing. They just
BB guns at a tank.
Yeah. Just pings off the ceramite as they like pull out their pistols and start shooting at you. Now it is your turn. Who wants to go next?
Bull is going to move because Bull now sees that tiny things in tower are dying. Going to go walk this way. I clicked the wrong button. Walk towards building because it's curious in what's in building.
Okay. You get to there and I'll reveal the building for you. You see
here.
You see inside the building a console and a bunch of barrels. And the console has the give me an intelligence check.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Because I don't know if you can read.
It's full of grenades.
Intelligence.
The files are. Oh my god. He crit.
The bone work!
What?
For that.
That's 4. Wow.
For that, I'm going to give you a stash of frag bombs, of 3 frag bombs behind this console. And the console, you can read it perfectly. It says elevator controls. And you also see, because you crit it, that the last elevator it was on was a thing that's labeled as sanctuary that has been hastily rewritten to say, do not do not disturb. Like you can see that it was supposed to say sanctuary, but it's been the code has been recrafted to say do not disturb on this one level. But it's access to to access a elevator.
Okay, so as I'm assuming Bull has a way to communicate with the others, right?
It's like a microbeat or something like that. Yeah, sure.
Micro. Bull goes, found computer, say elevator and sanctuary scratched out, say do not disturb now. And that's it. And pick up frag bombs and put them on, not say anything else.
Everyone give me an intellect test to see if you understand him.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Just straight intellect?
Just straight intellect. Tiberius does. Uthar does, and Omega. You all do.
They all understand idiot.
Yeah. So you understand everything that he said about what's going there. All right. Let's see what else. It's now their turn. No, they already went. They don't have anything to do, so it's now one of your turns again.
It'd be my turn.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Tiberius has got this, so Omega's gonna attempt to do something else. I think Omega, hearing Bull, will go up to the building. I'm assuming the building's made out of metal.
Yes, of course.
So
Yeah.
I'll use my simple action to just kind of fly over to. Could I compound? Could I I'm just trying to think if can I fly out, up and then in, or is it just a straight line?
Yeah. You can fly up and out and into it because it's an open top.
Okay, so I'm just gonna fly out and just go straight to the console and start doing an actual in-depth technological inspection of the console to see if it has anything else outside of it, elevator control, or if I can figure out anything else that's going on with the elevator.
Okay, give me a tech check.
Tech check. Yeah, that makes sense. One, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. That's 13.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I'll tell you everything.
I'll push 1 to our glory.
Okay.
To the tracker, so we'll go up to 4, and then can I figure out if the elevator's been repurposed or kind of what it's currently doing, since it's not to be disturbed, which is not the use of an elevator. So that's mainly where his curiosity was lying. Is it beneficial to rise it or not?
Basically, the do not disturb section seems to have been heavily modified so that they did their best to try to make sure that the elevator could not reach the sanctuary level, but they couldn't figure out how to get it to just bypass it. So they just relabeled it do not disturb, and in hope that it sound like your average person wouldn't really understand what it means. They tried to basically say out of order, but they screwed up.
Okay, so it still works perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but it's obviously
the elevator,
yeah.
Go on.
It's obvious
the
that they
elevator
tried
at
to
this
do that.
floor.
Yes, it's at this floor. It's actually right behind you. It's the other area that's shrouded. It's
okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. So that gives me everything I need to know.
All right. Top of the order. I'm guessing Tiberius wants to end this.
I most certainly do, yeah.
End this.
End this, brother. So, I mean, it's going to be a fairly simple case of I'm going to attack them with my force axe. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to be done. No words to be uttered. Just utter disdain for the Xenos. They shot me as well. How dare they? They pockmarked my beautiful ceramite. So, with that, yeah, we shall take a swing. Ooh, oh dear.
Ooh, complication. But you get through them, so that's good. You actually get a 4. Give me a... so the complication. What would be a good complication for this? Think, like narrative complication. Like what might happen during this hacking? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you take a corruption test.
Ooh.
Because like,
how does a corruption test work then?
So a corruption test works where you roll a corruption dice, and it's let me double check the actual rules. The corruption test itself is going to be you roll I believe a resistance. Let me check.
Oh, resistance corruption.
Yeah.
Oh, resist corruption. Yeah, make a resist corruption test. Hopefully that will got me out of it.
I did. What'd you get?
You got a crit on the
yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
One.
Yeah. So basically, you feel the psychic pull. You actually you can hear the thoughts of the Genestealer. What are they called?
Oh, the Broodlord?
Not the Broodlord. It's something like that. It's called the Patriarch. You can hear the thoughts of the Patriarch, like begging you to join him in the fights. But you're a space marine.
I'm just sort of, as I swing, I'm gonna hear these thoughts. I will just mutter through my vox grill.
I deny thee, Xenos.
And continue with my attack. So that was 26 damage. And
he's dead. Roll extra damage. Okay. I'm just gonna say he's dead because there's no way they can defend that. Plus, all right. So with that, we're gonna wrap that up. What do y'all do once the platform is clear? What is y'all's next plan?
Uthar is going to jump down and actually check out the building that's like right in front of the AA guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that building is actually a giant. Let me see if we can expose it. It's a giant cargo elevator, which is controlled by the other elevator on the other side.
Okay. So is there actually something like right here?
Yeah.
Or
those are. It's fuel. It's like it's what is Promethean.
Ooh.
And there happens to be a Primaris tank right next to it as well.
Yeah.
This could have gone bad if they detonated those tanks.
If I had my bombs, it would have gone real bad.
Good thing. Good thing.
Well, they're confiscated, really.
Grok didn't have any bombs.
No more systems.
Hey, you don't know I have 3 new ones.
So are these just bunkers on the side here too?
Yeah, they're just bunkers. They're defensive bunkers. There's no one inside.
No one inside. All right. So as soon as Uthar realizes the platform is clear and the area is secured, he's gonna kind of chirp over the comms. Landing zone secure. Bring in the reinforcement.
Okay, roll me a. This is actually a cool part about this mission. I pulled this from another missions type to make this. Roll me a. Okay, so this is what you can get. You can get a battlefield medic, a door gunner, a guide, a loyal servant of the Emperor, which just says called for the Emperor, a Valkyrie launch Hellstrike missile, Scion support, or suppressing fire.
Single missile.
For support.
Yeah, Hellfire missile's a big old anti-tank missile. It's a big old heckin' boy.
So, like, the basically you can call in extra support if you need to.
Okay.
So you can call in more Scions if you want to. And they'll be there for a little bit. You can also call in a guide to help you out or a medic to come with you.
Well, it's curious. Where's Merrick?
Merrick is
That would be
fly-
helpful.
he's flying the Valkyrie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he's not with you.
Yeah, so he pieced out, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
he'll-
soon as you
he-
start taking fire.
He's basically when you all need an extract, he'll come back and pick you up.
Ah.
I think a guard would be helpful.
Guide would be helpful. That'd be my bet. Or the
Okay.
extra scion.
I was thinking guide.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you call in for support, the another Valkyrie comes down, lands on the pad. It's and a robed individual from the administratum kind of pops out and shoulders his auto rifle, his auto gun, and works towards you, and he says, "Go." Good one. Thane Trevin of the Ministratum. This used to be my hive. You need a guide?
So as this administratum adept is his sort of joined us on the field, I was sort of walking out from the tower, and will have heard this. I'll be basically just I'll sort of flick my axe to one side and then wipe the blade's faces clean with a tatter of the uniform full of the Genestealers before I'll go.
Administratum adept. Well met. We could use your guidance as we prosecute our mission.
He nods and says, "Where do you need to go?"
When do we need to go?
We
That's a
need to
question.
go to. We were given not coordinates, but a general location of where we're supposed to find this thing.
It's in this hive somewhere. You need to find
it's
some
in the hive, okay.
What you do know is that there is that elevator that was labeled "Do Not Disturb."
Yeah.
So far is what you've learned.
That's about all we know. So okay, so
Yeah.
we don't really have any idea where in this hive the object could be.
So effectively, we'll relay this information to the adept and effectively, say,
We were tasked here to retrieve an artifact of Xeno origin from this hive. We have no idea as to the location of it, but we believe it may be the reason that these Xenos are here in the first place. The only other thing we have found out is that there is an elevator that has been marked "Do Not Disturb." We need to locate this at best speed.
Kind of thinks about it for a moment and goes, "Do Not Disturb. What level was it before?"
It was
Sanctuary.
marked Sanctuary.
It's like
Yeah. Sanctuary. The inner sanctuary? He kind of looks and goes, "If there's a relic, it would be held at the sanctuary."
Then it would appear our path is clear. We need to go down to this location, which is marked "Do Not Disturb." How much do you want to bet the Tyranids have made their home there?
If you all would gather on the elevator, I can activate it and then join you.
okay,
Deal
well,
then?
with that, I will
Over there.
I'll move over to the elevator and beckon the adept along with us, basically. He's along for the ride now.
Yeah,
Poor
he's going
guy.
with you.
He's going to
The
go
northern
down into
building
the
is,
depths of hell.
right.
Elevator's
There's
over there.
buildings. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah. All right. So we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. I just want to make sure that we're good with going a little bit further because it was just one more encounter. So
I'm
we
good.
good?
Uthar is going to look at Omega for a moment. He's like, "Tech priest." He shows the bullet hole in the fuel tank of his jump pack. He's like, "I seem to have taken some damage. Can you repair this here? Or am I out of fuel?"
Yes, I can repair it, but please use my proper title of Magos, not Tech Priest.
Magos.
Cogboy funny.
Just get to hear me chuckle in the background, just go.
It appears that Magos is particular about his title. Have you had your wings clipped again there?
Pointing
Yes,
at the-
they got lucky this time.
Lucky. How
Here, my
many
right
times have they got lucky now?
You're good.
Yeah.
You,
That's like 13, 14.
yeah. You'll be able to fix it and refuel with some of these Prometheum tanks nearby. So you get a little patch job up going there. So let me set the scene for you. You descend slowly as the entire elevator creaks. It's worn with age and time, built eons before possibly anyone remembers. And as it descends down this, it eventually comes to a jolting stop and a shudder. The door to the which leads to the sanctuary has been exploded. Bodies litter the floor of Ministorum priests and civilians, just pulled to the side in heaps. The entire walls are lined with the bodies of the hive members. As you walk through, and as you enter the main sanctum, sitting atop a throne is a massive creature with 4 arms, just sort of consuming like the innards of one of the fallen priests that litter around him. And looks up to you and screeches. I'll give you the map.
Oh, this looks like fun.
We'll just
Oh,
yells,
boy.
hello there.
General Kenobi.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's
He looks like a nice
fine.
person.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with let's pull out your characters on there and see if I can get them. The Ministratum is going to probably hand back a little bit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely
you don't
find some
say.
cover.
Yeah, there we go.
Meat Shield, we need you.
And suddenly those reinforcements from the Scion sound really good right now.
Oh, are you so concerned that the 4 of us can't take it out ourselves?
Bull just reaches out his hand towards Tibbs and goes, grenades, 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 grenades.
I need them back, please. I need my shinies.
I need more for this shit.
All right. And let me just make sure. Can you all control those guys, or do I need to give you?
Just double check.
You need to give us from.
You have to give it to us.
Control again.
All right. Bull.
Bull can move.
Uthar.
So what is it? Is it a what
It's a
species?
it's a
There's a
Genestealer.
Oh, never mind.
It's the Genestealer Patriarch.
Jeez,
So for those of you,
Patriarch itself, I thought it was a brood lord.
yeah,
Me too.
yeah, it's the Patriarch. So it means that it's for those of you who don't know about the Genestealers actually have the leader of the Genestealer Cult is just a giant Genestealer, and it actually acts as its own hive mind, separate from the Tyranid hive mind.
Oh yes, the Lexicanium gives a very interesting description of these chaps.
Yeah. All right, you're all good. So, you're all up first. Who's first?
Bull wants to go first.
Bull
may
will
go
go
first.
first.
Go
Uthar
for
got
it.
first.
Bull will walk up a whole 9.
Okay. You can run. You can run.
He can't run.
Oh, you can't run.
Yeah.
He
And
throws a
then
grenade backwards.
and then grabs out one of the new frag bombs he has.
You've just seen Bull pull out a frag bomb.
And he's throwing it
Oh no.
directly towards the thing.
Go for it.
Button.
Hey, you did it.
Oh,
Huzzah!
I mean, I think it's a DN3 is the difficulty. You don't have to beat anything. You just have to beat the
Yeah.
Thankfully, he rolled a 3.
Seth.
exactly a 3.
Exactly a 3.
All right, so What's the damage, or what's? Let me look how
It's a blast 8 if I remember from the last one.
Yeah, it overrides. It just goes straight to damage. As long as you do a successful throw, it's a blast 8. What's its damage?
Damage is 12. ED plus 4, and then I just click the.
Yeah, so roll d4. Yeah, for that one, we rolled 4. So an additional 5 damage. So, 17 damage. So his resistance is pretty high. It's 9.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention, in his forehead, you see a dark black stone, which has embedded itself inside of his forehead. And it looks a lot like the stone that you were sent to look for.
What we're looking for.
I found it.
You appear to have found the stone.
Don't think the bomb will destroy the stone.
I highly doubt it.
I doubt it.
The Inquisitor couldn't destroy the stone, so...
Bull
So that's-
magically destroys it with a bomb. Just like, yes.
Okay, so he's going to do... Oh, by the way, if you want to recover shock, roll me a recover shock step. You can do that during the downtime, because I know most of you had that. Yeah. Just roll that real quickly. So you get... the one doesn't matter, so 4 shock returned. So... Alright, so he's going to roll a 2, so reduces the overall damage by 2, so... What's the AP on that thing, by the way?
No AP.
No AP, okay. Okay, so he just looks pissed. It explodes, and he just kind of like as the smoke clears, he like kind of leans out of the throne and just does another like loud screech towards you, and then Bull rushes. Actually, no, he does this. He's not gonna bull rush. The screech is going to have an effect on y'all.
Oh no.
Oh no. Bull wants to throw another bomb before he can do that.
So it's going to attack you, Bull.
Of course.
Psychic mastery test. What is your will?
My will. That would be
Probably higher.
4.
Yeah, so he beats it by a lot. You unleash a blast of psychic energy to attack the mind of the enemy nearby. The target immediately takes 1d3 plus 3 shock and must make a successful DN5 willpower test or be staggered. And I'm also going to add an additional will, because I've got the success, an additional shock to that. So it's 4 shock plus 1d3. So
I gotta find where the shock is on here.
I just recovered all my chalk too.
yeah,
Where do I do the shock thing?
there'll be a section for recover for will. Like just look for the will skill and then just roll by the will.
Is that a test for all of us or just for Bull?
It's just for him.
I do a will roll, right?
Yeah. So yes, with a total of so you failed it. So you are now staggered,
Oh no.
which means it's you take a negative penalty to all of your actions for a turn.
Oh no.
And you lose 6 shock. So a psychic wave comes out directly at Bull, and he just kind of staggers backwards from the blast from it.
Oof.
All right.
And you said 6, right?
Yeah, 6.
Okay, that leaves me with 2.
All right, who's up next?
I'll go next. There's a reason I want to go immediately next. Right, let me see how far away I am away. 24 meters, excellent. I wish to cast Deny the Witch immediately on our psychic enemy here to hinder their ability to use the.
Did you want to use Deny the Witch while he was making that attack? Because you could have done that. So.
I didn't realize I could have done that. I would have liked to have done that. Yes,
Right,
I would have liked to try and interject. I didn't know if that was that I had to actively be on my turn.
Yeah,
so
it's one of those things where Deny the Witch. I'll read it. It says it's some special ability. Basically, you can do it anytime.
Oh, okay. In that case, I would have liked to have used that to interject on his attack.
Roll it.
Okie dokie.
I think it's an opposed. Let me double check it because he also has Deny the Witch. So I can see his. It says your character must be aware that a power is being used in order for Deny the Witch. The DN for the Deny the Witch penalty is 2 plus the DN for the psychic power trying to deny. If the power you're using to deny increases potency of shifting exalted icon, DN increase by 1. So basically, you need to roll a psychic mastery test and get better than a 9. No, a 10. I'm sorry, 10, 12. A 12. Better than a 12.
I'm pretty sure Tiberius is aware.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very aware. But,
oh, yeah.
Psychic mastery test. That didn't work, did it?
Nope. And you're not going to be able to use the Deny the Witch for this next round if he uses it because of the failure. Because of that critical. Basically, you try to deny it, and he fails, and you get a little bit of a backslash, like with the psychic power. So you just kind of reel back in your head.
Okay.
Patriarchs are no joke.
No, they really aren't. They are very, very potent psychers.
Yeah.
So that being said and done, that was an interjection, and luckily everything stayed the same. So I suppose it's all good. So am I now allowed to continue on with my turn as a or that would? Okay, right. In that case, I would. Well, I can't use Deny the Witch again, so let's have a look. See, what do we have to use in my arsenal of many powers?
He's out of range of the handful in general.
Yeah,
right.
He's out of range of a lot of my things.
You can move and still use those actions. He's about 21 meters away.
He's 21 meters away. The thing is, I want to try and keep him as far away as humanly bloody possible, because he's also a Tyranid and therefore can slice me to ribbons. I would like to move 1 meter and then use spontaneous combustion on him, which is a range of 20 meters.
It's fine.
So I'm sort of going to take a step forward, effectively.
Yeah.
And then use spontaneous combustion.
Wizard battle! Wizard battle!
The balefire is lit in my eyes. My lenses are aflame with azure blue, and we are now having a psycho battle. So yes, with that, I shall roll a psychic mastery skill test, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, and it'll have a DN or opposed.
Where will I see that?
It'll say at the top. Let me see if I can find your in the powers. It'll be
DN defense.
Defense. So it's against their defense. Whatever the defense is. Just like a normal attack.
Okay. So there we go.
Let me see its defense. I think I pumped it out the night.
He has a total of 6.
His defense is 7. Would you like to re-roll one of those with a wrath die?
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be slash D6, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Nope, fail.
Damn.
So does not go off. And then okay.
Blast this thing. Okay.
Yeah, does not quite attack. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. I moved slightly forward to cast this. That is literally. I mean, can I move again, or is that?
Yeah, you can still do a simple action of run if you want to run. Yeah.
Okay, I will. I think the best way to go about this. I think
simple
I'm
action.
going to,
go ahead. Yeah.
I think I'm going to move over to take cover behind this statue here, this alcove.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right. It's its turn now. because this is how this works. Because that's that sort of thing.
What's my boys?
He is going to let out another. All right, everyone he has to pass this first. It's just called fear, but it's his full action. He can't do anything after this. Let me double check to make sure I have this written down, because I don't think it's full. Mutations. Okay, yeah. Let me see what the fear does. I think, yeah, so everyone's going to have to make a fear check if he succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have to.
It's a resolve test.
He does succeed. So yeah, so it's a resolve test. Let me look up the fear real quickly. I think
What's the DN?
DN 5.
Where did I put it?
So that's the willpower test?
Resolve.
It's a resolve test under
Resolve.
attributes. Yeah. I have right of pure mind, which gives me +4 on this, but that still only gets me to a 7.
Yeah.
I have the talent of
it's
fearless,
terrible.
immune to fear and intimidation interaction attacks.
You are fearless, so you are not afraid of him. Everyone else is absolutely terrified. I want to see what this. I think it means that you can't like sacrifice an action effectively. I want to double check.
All right. Let's see. How would I? So my base. How do I increase my base resolve rating? The reason I ask is because I have a power that gives me +1 to resolve.
It should be right next to it.
Yeah, right next to it, you should see a little thing that
I did
says
the same thing.
like a modifier or whatever.
Ah, got it. Thank you. Oof, goodness sake.
Yeah, that's good. You got a you got a 5. You got exactly what you needed.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry, my math skills are terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you'll get used to this.
You did do a critical fail, so I got to double check like on the root. So there's going to be a complication with this.
Oh, goody.
But I'm gonna
Fear.
double. Yeah,
I got fear.
you got it.
Yeah, I got it. Just let me know if you want me to read it out.
Yeah, feel free to read it out because I'm not finding it.
Okay. So fear, you're scared. Whatever is causing you fear might also make you anxious or trigger physical reactions like rapid breathing, so on and so forth. When you encounter something that causes fear, you roll your resolve. Okay, we did that. If you fail, you suffer +2 DN to all tests. The penalty lasts until the end of the scene or until an ally passes a leadership of DN 2 plus source fear value. A being that causes fear is immune to fear, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Okay.
But we get +2 to all of our checks.
+2 to all your checks.
+2 difficulty to all our crests, yeah.
So I'm going to give the Space Marines an additional reroll because they shall know no fear. So
Yeah.
everyone, you can reroll 1 there, Uthar, if you need
Okay.
to, because you got 2.
I'm going to continue with
1d6?
my current roll.
1d6, yeah. Yeah, you're good. No.
Oh.
Okay. So basically, you just have it's just harder for you to hit him, is all it does. You make a resolve for fear. Success allows you to act normally. If you fail, you suffer 2 DN to all tests. The penalty lasts until the end of the scene or until an ally passes a leadership will test of DN plus 2+. The sorcerer's fear value. So his value is 5. So you have to do a 7 leadership skill. But yeah, so you're just, it's just harder for you to focus right now. All right, now it's either Omega or
Hang on, what was the
Uthar.
qualification for mine?
That's it.
huh?
Like that.
Oh, the complication.
Yeah.
The complication for you, because you failed that. What would be the thing if you resist fear, but like, what might he cause him to? Oh, he can't make a lead. He can't make the leadership check.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, for 1 turn, because he's still trying to like force the psychicness, because this isn't just regular fear. This is a psychically induced fear. Your mind is screaming at all of you. So it's just Omega and Uthar who are affected. Bullgrins are too stupid to feel fear. So,
Oi!
all right.
Uthar, if you want to go.
All right. Uthar is going to throw. Uthar is actually not going to rush in this. He's actually take a few steps here, and I'm going to try and hurl a frag grenade.
Okay.
Patriarch.
Do it. Roll me the attack. It's a DN 3, I think. So.
Oh.
You haven't listed them to your attacks?
I forgot to listen for my attacks.
Then just do a ballistic skill check.
Okay.
Just gotta get a 3. You got more than that, and you got more to push up there. Do you want to push this into more damage, or do you want to put it into the glory? Actually, you got a crit on the wrath die, my man.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna push that into more damage.
Okay, roll me 2d6, and I'll tell you the crits.
I do like a crit when it's on the enemy.
Yes.
Oh, and I also have, I think, a power that lets me. I think it's bonus for crits within 30 meters, which he is well within 30 meters.
Yeah.
I have Berserker. When a creature within 30 meters suffers a crit or bleeding, I gain 1 wrath.
You get another wrath, so your wrath is going back up. Now you have 2 again. Yeah, use the wrath because you get them every session.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I keep on forgetting to do it.
I do too, yeah.
y'all doing pretty good. I mean, that like up to this point, you were supposed to have just wiped the floor with those Genestealers. You are beyond leveled for those. I'm trying to find the crit. Is that on 1?
I put it in the chat if you want to just click at it real quick. For crits.
Oh yeah,
It's
crits.
2d6, and then I put the crit table in the chat.
Okay, cool. That's good. So it was 16 headshot. A well-aimed shot tears ragged chunks out of bone of the opponent's skull. The foe reels from the violent strike and unable to focus. Suffers
a headshot with a grenade.
Yes.
I threw it in his mouth. Apparently,
It screams. It goes in his mouth. Kaboom!
The best part is that he's feared about this. So like, and he just blew past this. So he just like, he's so scared. He does the Space Wolf thing. Is that when he's scared, he's got to kill it. So he.
I just hurled a frag grenade and
Into its mouth.
landed in his mouth.
Yeah. It's staggered. It suffers 1d3 wounds additionally, and if you can also spend additional glory, and it increases the wounds per every glory you spend, and he cannot soak that.
Gents, shall I spend our glory on this?
Go for it.
I'm gonna spend.
You
How many do we have? 2 glory.
Well, you have 4 glory. Plus, you
Oh,
also have
glory.
more if you wanted to move. You could have 6 because your roll was nuts. Your roll had
I'll
3
spend
successes.
3 glory. Because
Yeah.
I want to see this. I want to see this patriarch's mouth just become like a gummy mess as the grenade blows his teeth out from the
Oh
front
god. Okay.
and tears his jaw off.
Ooh, trophy.
Is there an AP value for the frag grenade or is no?
Weapons up. Don't think it has an AP value. That's
I don't think so.
frag
If the
grenade.
if the frag bomb didn't, I don't think the frag grenade would. I think a crack would, but not a
Yeah, crack. I should have thrown a cracker. Damn it.
Yeah. All right. Throw. So roll me. What's the damage value for the frag grenade? If not, I can look it up.
Frag grenade is 10 damage. And yeah, it's no AP.
No IP. So roll me. What's the DN or the ED value for it?
4.
So roll me 46. And then also roll me 1d6 or 1d3 because of the whole thing. So 2 successes, I believe. Yes. So additional 2. So he suffers. You used all of the glory.
I used 3 glory.
3 glory. Okay, so it's down to. Did you move the rest of that into the glory pool? Because if you did, then you'll use a total of. Or did you? Okay, because if you move those 2 of those into the glory pool, you'd still have 2 left over, which you'd probably move into to roll another 2d6.
You know what? I'll use it. I'll move the rest. So that's another 2d6.
Yeah, another 2d6 into the damage. Yeah, because I was gonna say because you couldn't. Basically, you maxed out the glory pool if you move those into the glory, and then you would still have 3 exalted icons you could shift over if you wanted to. Which 3 more damage. So 3
No damage.
That's a lot of damage. So 2 plus 3, so 5 damage automatically that he can't save.
Are you sure that wasn't a crack grenade?
Oh, it's a
Plus-
crack in disguise.
Plus 10 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 16. He manages to save 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 7 damage to shock. So so 9 damage goes through. I'm going to spell this out for you. This is how it happens. You grab your grenade. You go over to the side. You go, "Hurrah!" You throw it. It lands directly into its mouth and explodes. The head pops off of the Genestealer and flies towards Bull, landing in front of Bull in a bloody, like purple bloody streak. And slides towards Bull with the little stone in its head just kind of rolls out in front of you.
Bull looked at Rock, looked at head, looks at Rock, looks at head, looks at Wolf, and gives him thumbs up.
So hang on, is it dead?
It's dead. It's
I would
deader
hope so.
than dead.
Well, in that
He-
case, sorry, go on.
Like it was just that crit. It was the crit
Oh,
from
that
the
is-
grenade and the headshot. It was so perfect.
That's
Only 2
delightful.
grenades. Only
Yeah.
2 grenades.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna walk out from cover, wander toward the court. Well, the now headless body,
Yeah.
and immolate it in cleansing fire. Burn this corpse to nothing but cinders.
Crackles and pops. Yeah.
Before then
that's-
going, once I'm sufficiently content that this thing is now purged, immolated, I will wander to where Bull is acquire the gem, put it in a pouch on the belt,
Mhm.
and take the head, and just basically, I'm just hold the head up in one hand like this, unclasp my helmet with the other, and look over at Ulrich and just go, that was quite the throw there. I guess this is a trophy for you, my brother. And just basically underhand throw the head over because I know he'll want the trophy. So.
Yeah, he's gonna take the trophy. He's just like, in the meantime, like his reaction to it, like he's got his helmet on, but on inside his helmet, he's just sitting there like, oh, I can't believe that worked.
One for the sagas, I'd say.
All right. Give me, since you touched the stone, give me a corruption check.
Oh,
Okay.
Curiosity on the now very dead patriarch.
Mhm.
Did it have like the Tyranid looking head, or did it look more human?
Tyrannid looking head.
Are there any teeth that Bull could pick up because it wants to?
there's teeth
also?
everywhere.
There's teeth everywhere.
They're all over the place.
There was no teeth left.
Bull one of the teeth and go, I have tooth now. I have trophy.
It's fair.
You did help kill it.
Or-
One of the
It's just going
one
to,
of the
like-
bigger teeth also, not like one of the smaller ones, one of the bigger ones that he could actually like hold, go, this will make good trophy, and kind of pockets it.
Uthar's
so let me-
just gonna like hook the head onto his belt as
Alright, so-
the like what's left of it.
What's left of it? It's bloodied mess. Like the explosion ripped the bottom jaw, like so it's like hanging from a thread. But the explosion was so vast that it pulled the head off. Is what happened.
It's a mark of what we've taken out the main genes thing. Patriarch.
Yeah.
You see the patriarch.
I guess he swallowed it too.
Good
Yeah.
paperweight.
All right. So
So my resist corruption test is done.
yeah, it's a
don't know if I passed.
3. So, you are going to.
Hang on, I have Wrath dice. I'm going to honestly roll it again.
Okay, reroll. Okay, roll one of them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
plenty of
to
them.
reroll if that's all right. I'd
Yeah.
like to return resistance if it's all possible. Any better?
Yeah, because you can reroll the whole thing, can't you? Because of your wrath die.
That's the same.
It's the same. Let me double check to see what happens.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. How many
probably
Wrath
no-
dice do I have remaining?
None. You just used them all. But it's the end of the session. So,
Yeah.
no, you succeed. You succeed.
Huzzah.
But you can feel the pull. Like as you touch it, this thing is emanating warp energy. It's like you picked up a glowing magma rock in your hands. It's almost overpowering in your hands in terms of how heavy and how hot it is.
So, obviously using my psychic training, I'm going to basically now focus my entire mind to resisting this thing until we can contain it somehow.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not touching it, it's fine. If it's in a pouch, it's fine. But if you're touching it, it kind of does those sorts of things.
Okay.
So, all right. I'll just kind of set the scene where, like, you return to the surface with the. Well, actually, as you do this whole thing, out of the shadows steps the administratum guy who goes, "That was quite impressive, my lords. I have never seen such a acts of bravery and skill."
Omega didn't move an inch the entire time.
Was processing all the trajectories of everything going on, just like,
Yeah. My time will come.
And as you arrive back to the surface, you see several more drop ships drop down, and with one of the drop ships, you see the general kind of stepping off the landing pad and heading towards you. And he kind of got a cigar in his mouth, and he pulls it out and says, "I don't know what you did, but every single hive is reeling with something. They're retreating en masse back to the tunnels. We've got them on the run. They broke instantly."
I'll point to the head and on Ulthar's
Uthar's just gonna
Ulthar's
hold
belt.
up the head.
And I'll say, "We cut the head off the beast, and the body shall fall."
Bull pulls out his own cigar, lights it. We did good.
He kind of just shakes his head and guess I guess the legends are true. You are the angels of death, and nods and then kind of rallies and says, "Excuse me, gentlemen, but I have a war to win." And kind of walks off with his scions and other shock troops as they start pouring into the thing. You see the entire sky is blanketed with Valkyries and dropships and Adeptus Sororitas. I guess I don't even know what they use. I guess they use Valkyries.
Valkyries, yeah.
Yeah, you would use Valkyries.
Valkyries are what the Space Marines use.
No, that's Thunderhawk.
That's Thunderhawks.
They also use Thunderhawks.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, your Valkyrie lands and Malik picks you up. Malik says one funny thing before the end. He basically says, I hear you did good work for once. And then
I was going to shrug it off and just sit down. Acknowledge it.
And then you take off towards the next location. So before we get started, you have an option. There are two other locations which are going to happen. One is on a Space Hulk, which is appeared in the area, and the other is on the local Forge world, where it is likely somewhere inside this Forge world. Where would you like to go?
I think the Space Hulk will be interesting.
Graciel, what do you think?
You don't have to ask Omega. He would vote for the Forge world.
You're gonna have to go to both eventually, but they're
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll vote for Space Hulk.
Bull likes both. Bull agrees with both parties. Bull can't make up mine. Bull dumb.
All right, so you're going to go to the Space Hulk next. Okay, and with that, we'll end this with favorite moments. Let's start with Atomic. What is your favorite moment of the episode?
Oh, that was tough, but it has to be the head exploding moment. I like the fact that, I don't know, my favorite. I feel like my entire time I was sitting there going, I don't know what Omega's gonna do because he with the penalty, I don't even think without the fear penalty, he could do anything in combat that would affect this thing. Yeah. So I was so happy it ended before it got to his turn to not show how ineffective he is in combat. So that was my favorite part, was the fact that he got to stand there and be like, I would have done something, but you know what? I'll give it to the Ultramarines. They did good.
Ferric, favorite moment?
Obvious. My Johnny Rico Starship Troopers moment. That's all that's in my head right now is that scene from Starship Troopers where he throws the grenade into the tanker bug's mouth.
Oh. Loken.
I really enjoyed the scene where we were on board the ship and sort of trying to convince these people, and I effectively held up the colonel, only to have their head explode too. There's a lot of head explosions during this episode, with the cannon shooting them, and just sort of the mental imagery of each standing there going, "Really?"
It's been a mind-blowing game.
Really? Yeah.
Not even a mind-blowing game. It has been.
Tyric.
Not very entertaining, but the whole Omega just floating down to go repair the Space Marine.
Magneto.
No.
Yeah. It's an interesting ability. I was searching to see if I interpreted it correctly, but no one else seems to have a problem with this.
That's about right. You can move yourself or it in anywhere.
That's
fine. I imagine that Omega was just looking perturbed the entire time that they had
fully
to
upright,
I can't believe I have to do this. Yeah. I have to repair this idiot.
I gotta repair
flesh.
Horrible, weak flesh. This is terrible.
This is a terrible day. There's too much flesh. I will say my favorite moment was probably it was probably I'm gonna have to give it to the Kool-Aid Man entrance of If it wasn't for the grenade throw, the kick down the door decapitates like the Magus would have been the absolute ridiculousness of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So many good things happened.
Yeah,
So
it was
many
good session.
memories. That was my Kool-Aid Man was my second favorite moment. That was great.
All right, y'all. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube after the fact, let us know in the comments below your favorite moment of the episode, as always. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button and make sure you're following and going all the social medias of all these wonderful folks. They're all big 40k fans and do 40k stuff as well as other space and science fiction and tabletop stuff as well. Let's see. And let us know in chat if you know what your favorite one is. And we'll be back next Saturday for episode 3. Where we will go into I have to get to put the name, but the name is going to be something to the effect of the Night of the Warhawk.
I'm not doing it. I'm not pulling out my voice.
So
Love
It's
it.
time for good crumpet, lads.
yeah, thank you again, and like I say every time, hope to see you someday in the black.